Hello, shalom, guys. Welcome to yet another day. Unfortunately, we're doing it today on a Tuesday as opposed to our regular Monday broadcast. Okay, this our regular series, business lessons from everyday experiences. So this time around, I also have a story I'm going to share from where we'll talk about the lessons for the day. As you can see, we titled today's engagement, How They See You is Who You Really Are. I know in the course of our teaching and training and helping people to be self confident, we try to encourage you not to see yourself the way people see you, but do your best to affirm yourself and create the kind of personality you want to be. But today, I'm talking from the perspective of business. And the they here to me will be customers and every other person who engages you. So, because in business, you really can go further than the customers are willing and able to patronize you. So, how they see you matters a lot. So, what's the story? As we grew in our business, there was need for us to bring in some new hands to join in empowering the dreams and enhancing the vision. So we put words out there, and like expected, there was an avalanche of interests, a lot of persons indicating interest to work with us. But this time around, we decided to do something differently to reduce the burden of having to go through the process to pick out who is best qualified even before interview. We decided to put out a Google form out there that took some of the questions and broke them down in details and expecting them to tell us a deeper, share deeper expression of themselves according to some very key parameters that are important to us. Of course, as we expected, so many persons who indicated interest were filtered away. And among those who scaled through that process, they were asked to send in their CVs. Having gone through their CVs, then we were able to pick out some for interview. And on this, we had this interview with this guy. After the interview session, of course, the day after, we were reviewing some of them who, according to us, we felt they were the best fit for what we were doing, and we were reviewing it as a team, of course, streamed live on a big screen in the office. And somebody walked in looking at the screen and saw the CV of this particular guy. And he said, "What's this guy doing here? Who's this guy?" He said, "Wow, this guy is a team player. This guy is a fundamental fit for what you guys need as a company based on what I know you to be doing, And that struck me. First, I wasn't surprised to hear that because for this person to have even met some criteria and created that level of curiosity in us, for us wanting to begin to deeper out of that, I know it's a phenomenal figure. But having to hear this from someone who had experienced him in the past just iced the cake for us. So I thought to share this, and I saw this as something that happens even to us in business. And how does it happen? Let's take the lessons from here. There was a time where this guy created this impression in the heart of person who just shared with us. At that time, this guy was simply being himself. So that tells you that for your everyday living, for your everyday engagement as a business person, you are creating impressions in the hearts of people. You are creating impression in the heart of people. This guy was living his own life, just being himself in midst of people. He was already creating impression. So be intentional about the impression you create. As we know it, until people know you, like you, and trust you, they will never patronize you. That's fundamental in business. This guy saw the advert, he threw himself out. We got to know him. Of course, in our series of engagement with him, we were getting to like him and wanting to see. Then somebody came in who capped it up, and then we trusted him. Of course, it's one of our team players right now. So that's how life work even in business. So be intentional about the perception you create. Be intentional about the perception. In fact, it's somebody that used to say, I think it's PK Olakoshorian used to say words like, if people abuse you, it's your fault. He said the way people treat you is how you have wanted them or permitted them to treat you. So it means how people see you is how you wanted them to see you. So it's your responsibility. Then another thing you must take home from here is that when you make wrong impressions, don't give up on it. Take every step to correct it, irrespective of what it costs. Because an attempt to correct a wrong impression could create a better impression instead of, oh, what has happened, let me let it go. No, don't. Because as we speak, everything you pray for, everything you work for currently is in the hands and the pocket of someone else. So relationship is key. How people engage you, how people express, how people perceive you, the notion that people go away with when they engage you, create an impression that tells them whether or not they want to patronize you going forward or not. So I thought to share this with us this morning, and I trust that your week is going on well. If you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you're watching us on Instagram and you're not liked or following our page, please like this video, follow our page so that you can always enjoy the content we share. To have a lovely day at work. I trust that this week you will be outstanding on your job. To have a lovely day. I remain Osai Tres Omokaro.